Mario. What's up, y'all? This is your boy Mario Coleman. The second half of the team of What's Chopping It Up. My better half had something to do today, man. He running around, making some things happen. So I just wanted to just come in for a brief moment and talk about some of the things that are going on. Me as a former veteran, as some other things that I've done, tactical officer, blah, 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 blah. I think it's crazy that your president is trying to build a militia and send them out into the streets, but yet at the same time, he's wondering why he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. So we gonna entitle this, what the he got going on. I mean, this dude ain't nowhere near reality. Now, I was checking out my girl, Rachel Maddow, and she was just giving us some information about some stuff that you might not even know that this cat got, what this dude is doing. All right, so we're going to go ahead on and run the clip.
What's happening here might be quite important, particularly in the national security sphere. Right? At the same time, the president is repurposing all federal law enforcement agencies and the U.S. military into an armed force, in some cases a masked armed force that patrols and polices and occupies U.S. cities. He is simultaneously degrading the professional core of those entities, degrading the professional core of federal law enforcement, the military, the intelligence agencies, and even emergency response. He is deprofessionalizing the U.S. military and federal law enforcement and federal emergency response, while he is turning those kinds of forces against the American people on American soil.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how you trying to win a Nobel Peace Prize in one breath and then basically turning the military into your own militia that you want to send out into the streets to attack American citizens? And then my question is, why? Why is you doing this? Y'all own everything. So let's just go into this thing about people feeling that certain individuals feeling that they don't own nothing. The world is they just being replaced. We all know that that's bullshit. All right, because basically y'all own everything. You know what I mean? Everybody else is a consumer, but you individuals are the ones that we are consuming our goods from. So y'all ain't losing nothing. If anybody should be upset, it should be us. Now I'm gonna play. I got another clip too, that because that was actually like the second clip, but I want y'all to check out this other clip that hold on. That talks about this fool firing all the main individuals, the heads of the military that need to be in place in case we get attacked. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Let me look this up right here, right quick, because I got a little happy because I was like, oh man, okay, I can bring some clips in, blah, 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 blah. But your girl, Rachel Mal, let me check on this and make sure we got this straight here. Let me run this one. I think this is the one right here. It's gonna really blow y'all mind, man. I mean, because this dude is literally firing all the heads of the shit that we need to in order to keep the country safe. Hold on.
Can look at the big picture and recognize that what's happening here might be quite important, particularly in the national security sphere. Right? At the same time, the president is repurposing all federal law enforcement agencies and the U.S. military into an armed force, in some cases, a masked armed.
Now, hold on. Let me get it, man. I'm gonna get y'all straight. We're gonna get it right here. If I gotta go back to the main one. Yeah, I was doing some editing, y'all, and I think I got a little carried away. I kind of renamed the clips and stuff like that. But here's the main one. So let's go. Let's roll the clip.
Isn't announcing any firings, right? Everybody
this is
just
it
gets
right
to
here.
be an ambassador to something when they get pushed out in this term. But in the military and national security part of the U.S. government, if you watch what they're actually doing, it is really starting to look like mass firings of everyone with any kind of standing, everyone of consequence. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Trump's people didn't just fire all of the senior lawyers
I'm
in the
gonna try
U.S.
to check
military.
this out.
They fired or pushed out the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the chief of staff of the Air Force, the second in command of the Air Force, the commandant of the Coast Guard, the chief of naval operations, the deputy head of the NSA, the head of the NSA and the head of Cyber Command, the chair of the National Intelligence Council. Now, just recently on Friday, they fired the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, the chief of the U.S. Navy Reserve, and also the head of the Navy SEALs.
Okay, the head of the Navy SEALs. Now, they ain't doing nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? They out there really, I mean, because I know a couple of them, man, and these guys are the truth. You know what I'm saying? They're putting themselves out there, making sure that America is safe. All of these firings are really putting us at a disadvantage, because just like I'm watching this, just like we talking about it, guess who else is talking about it? The enemy. So they already know that we're more vulnerable now than we ever been. And this is crazy. I don't know what this guy got going on, man, but he's losing his mind, and this is some scary stuff, man, for real, because you got these individuals going in here. You don't know if they're ICE or what they could be, because they could be putting together a whole terrorist cell. All they got to do is dye their hair, put on some jeans, put a face mask on, and act like they ICE and start going and kidnapping people and doing stuff to them. And then we be thinking that it's ICE, and then the whole thing just be going in disarray. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man, and let y'all know like what's going on behind the scenes and what do he got going on. I mean, what is the purpose of doing something like this? Sending troops into, how you gonna ask for the Nobel Peace Prize in one breath and then be sending American troops in to occupy cities that ain't even that's not even riding or anything like that, and I was looking at the Don Lemon show the other day, and it was talking to this sister from Oregon, and she literally went and talked to the troops, and they're not down for this shit. You know what I mean? They're like, listen, we didn't sign up here. We didn't sign up to come here and turn against Americans, American citizens, civilians. We're here to protect them. When I signed up, ain't no way I didn't sign up to come to another city and point my rifle at a civilian. I signed up for it in case it go down, to go wherever we needed to go to protect the country, to protect my mom, my cousins, I mean, this is the main thing that it's about as a soldier, but to know that we're going to be out here, they're going to be out here possibly being ordered to turn their weapons on American citizens, that's a whole lot of pressure. And then let's look at the fact that right now, they might not even be getting paid. So that's another thing that's crazy, right? You take an individual who might have a job because they're the National Guard, so they're volunteering. So you're taking them away from their job now, putting them way in another city where they're not getting paid and they're not being able to support their families back home. And they're just out there because this little money that they said that he's going to get, I guess it was like a couple $1 billion or something, 120 billion. That's enough, ladies and gentlemen, to pay each soldier that's right now, that's active right now, $10 for the whole day, not an hour, for the whole day. Let me hit that banner again. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an individual who does not care. Like, I got some definitions, man. We're going to do a whole show on this whole thing of the narcissistic, egotistic, sociopath, and read these definitions and see who they remind you of. Referring to yourself in the third person. All of these, man, are mental defects of an individual or individuals that are running the country. Everybody that he got up in there right now is off. You know what I mean? They got some issues. They're lying. And this whole thing is they're unqualified, but they want to be close to power. And that's what a manipulator does, man. He gets people that he know aren't qualified to be in certain situations, so they feel they owe this guy a favor. And then once they get in that position of power, it becomes addictive, and that position becomes more powerful, more meaningful to them than anything else around. I mean, if you do a profile on all these individuals that he got close to him right now, you'll see that a lot of them are socially inefficient. You know what I mean? Just living nowhere near reality. So that's it, man, for me today. Let me hit you with this banner again. That's it. We ain't scared to say it. And the other one, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But we're going to be, like I said, my boy will be back with me here, and we're going to be chopping it up and hitting you, man, with some more of the real, because we all old and stuff like that, man. So we got to talk about this Social Security thing. We got to talk about the SNAP benefits, all of that, man. It's just getting foul out here, y'all. And it's time for the people, man, to stay woke, to understand what our options are and to start making some moves out here, bro. Because if you waiting for the cavalry to come, it ain't gonna happen. We the cavalry, bro. So we just got to dust off our weapons and get to going. And when I say weapons, I don't mean like guns and all of it. I mean the weapons of determination, the weapons of desire, the weapons to make a change, or weapons to say, yo, we done with this shit. Yo, we got to do something else, or it's gonna be a problem. All right. Yo, listen, I'm Mario. Thank you for letting me vent. And we out here, man. I'm out.